and this is a new Deltarune theory. In this video we are gonna talk about a theory that I think for the most, because some characters were already thinked to be in the third chapter. In fact, today we are gonna talk about the secret boss of the third chapter of Deltarune. It does not exist from now, but I already have a theory for you. Why the patient souls, the light blue soul? Because, well, you will know about that later. I will only say to you a thing. First, if you don't see my secret soul video, go to retake it because it's really important to understand this video. Anyway, for me, the secret boss in this chapter will have a light that will make your soul light blue. For some people, the light blue soul means stay still, don't move, and things like that. But for me, will have another meaning in battle. And here is the secret boss of the third chapter. Yep, a Yeti. But service, it's time to stop for now the service. In fact, I want to make you know a thing. From now on, there will be 2 videos a week from how much time I can handle this. In fact, the first video will be the theory video on Thursday, like this. And the other video will be a casual video on Friday. Stay here because there will be a really funny video for now. Anyway, let's return to our Yeti. For me, there will be a Yeti because even if Yeti does not exist, well, if you think, the card of the Joker is never used, and the spam emails are erased always. In fact, Spamton and Javel, as we all know, is not a theory that I think for first, are not useless, but things that are never or rarely used. But you can say, well, okay, but Yeti are not rarely used. Yeti does not exist. Well, there are some people that theorize the Yetis actually exist, but are extremely rare. And so, here's our third boss. The battle will begin with him throwing on you a big, but really big, iceberg. And then your soul became light blue. With a light blue soul in the corner, in the center of the battleboard, there will be a iceberg, like the one that appeared when you cast No Grave on Birdly. You have to remain in this big piece of ice, because if you exit even for a nanosecond with all your soul, you will melt and die. Anyway, the battle will be easy with not easy. He will throw you punches, kicks, maybe magic, I don't know, I'm not a programmer. And in the end, he will melt. And you can say, okay, but what does it it doesn't count with freedom. Well, yes, he will be caged in some strings. Not like Spamton, because there will not be something equal, but in a real prison, because if we will effectively fight the Yeti or something similar, we'll probably cage him, make him a strange thing, and etc, etc. So it will be a sadly caged thing. But, yep, Birdly, the frosted Birdly. It's time to talk about him. The time where you will say, oops, sorry. As I was saying, Birdly. Why Birdly? The third chapter, if you made the Snowgrave route in the second chapter, will start with the same school, but with a different thing. You will saw that there is no Birdly. But Birdly will enter for the first time in the school late, like Susie in the first chapter, throwing down the door, etc, etc, and he will not speak a word for the entire class. You and Noel, Chris and Noel will be really confused, in particular Chris. But it's time for the music. But in the third chapter, you will be hunted down by the frosted Birdly, always with his spikes, things, etc., etc. In fact, he will be, for me, for the fact that it will be a semi-reference to Undyne because he is a gamer, he will have his halberd in his eye. That will be really cool. Anyway, returning to the actual theory, as I was saying, Birdly will hunt you down. You will find him in the entire chapter, but he will never see you completely. He will center Whittle thing is not commonly used because Birdly appear in only one chapter, and in the second you can actually kill him, and so it's rarely used. Then the freedom thing, in fact, is ice. It's like, how can I say, is controlling him. It's making him mad. It will be probably the last character, the first secret boss to don't know that everything is just a game, for things that you will know after. The battle will be like the Yeti. You will have a light blue soul, but not for a giant iceberg, but for his halberd that will freeze you. But the funny thing will be that you will have the light blue soul for just part of the fight, another reference to Undyne, because sometime will appear a sign that will say, hey, your soul will become red in 3, 2, 1. When the counter arrives to 0, you will become red, and if even 1 pixel is still in the ice thing, you will die. You will freeze to death. Yep. But, so is this boss strong? Yes. Birdly will make you pay for what you did to him. In fact, there will probably be one, but this is not my theory. This is pretty oblivious. But, as I was saying, Birdly, etc., etc., the fight will end in a really funny way. In fact, doesn't matter how you kill, if you kill it or if you spare it. If you kill it, you will say, oh, cool, you remove all the eyes. Well, I think that was a mistake made by Noel or made by you, that thing. And yep, effectively, I don't enter right in the role of the ill. Oh, anyway, I found a cool armor by a thing that melted. I found this armor, take. And even this crystal, take. And we'll give you the armor that the Yeti will drop and the shadow crystal. In the spare fight, you will like say, I don't know if it was accidentally or not, but for now you are, I can say sorry to you. Sorry, I'm confused. If you say sorry, I will probably forgive you. Don't matter what you do, he will forgive you. And he will give you the weapon of the Yeti, saying the same thing. I see a guy melted and he dropped it, because he's a gamer, if make references, etc., etc. He dropped this and this, and in the fight, sorry, I made a mistake. In the fight, if you kill it with violence, he will give you the weapon. If you spare him, he will give you the armor, and in each case the shadow crystal. But anyway, as I was saying, this is just a theory, and the third soul maybe is completed for the third chapter. See you Friday, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.